Good morning. It's me, Claire, and I'm here to talk to you about why do you need agent representation. Now, I know I've done a talk on this before, but it's been a few years. Wanted to just come back to it and kind of talk a little bit more to you about it. So what are the reasons why you need representation? Well, I've got some notes here that I'm going to follow just because I want to make sure that I'm staying on topic and not rambling like I could do. But I wanted to talk about, number one, safety. So if you're a real estate agent and you know that you screen your clients, a lot of times people who sell their homes by owner, for sale by owner or FSBOs, don't always think about that. So as soon as you stick that sign in your yard and you put your phone number out there, you're fair game to real estate agents and of course the public traffic that goes up and down the street. What do you do when somebody knocks on the door and says, "Hey, I see your sign out in the yard and I'd love to come and look at your property"? Do you know them? No. Do you know if they can afford to purchase the property? No. You put yourself at risk then by saying, "Oh, come on in," because you want to sell the house, right? When you work with a real estate agent, we are making sure that those buyers that come to your house are, number one, with us, and number two, that they're pre-qualified, that they've been screened with a lender to make sure that that property can be purchased by them. So safety is always important. And then I guess the thing that brought this up to my mind was this weekend I was talking with a past client that originally was going to go for sale by owner. She and her husband figured they could sell their home and get what they wanted for it, not have to deal with commission and all that stuff. What she told me is, first of all, they had people coming to their home. They found out later they couldn't afford the property, and it was traffic in and out of the house. Second thing was, after meeting with me, number one, they realized they could get more money from the sale of their home with a real estate agent, including commission. And number two, I bring staging to the table. I'm a licensed stager, so I could show them and I gave them ideas of how to stage their property. So those were two things, but safety was utmost in their mind. So again, leading down that road as a seller, of course it's exciting right now because the market's moving, at least here in Lancaster County it is, and it's so easy to stick that sign in the yard. The other thing is you don't get the whole network of traffic that we as realtors can bring to you because we have the multiple listing service, and our multiple listing service, can't talk today, covers a whole broad spectrum of area, not just Pennsylvania. We cover Maryland, we cover Delaware, we cover Virginia, parts of Virginia. So being able to expose your property to more people is another great avenue with a real estate agent. I know there's Zillow, I know there's Realtor.com, I know there's Trulia. There are so many markets out there. But one interesting fact is that the owner of for sale by owner could not sell his property by owner and ended up using a real estate agent and got more money for it. So you might want to do a little research on that fun fact. The second thing is then price. When we talk about price, I know that as a for sale by owner, you're thinking you're avoiding the cost of a real estate agent commission. Maybe you are, maybe you're not, because if a client who is working with a buyer's agent says, "Hey, so-and-so, I see this house at 123 Main Street, I want to go check it out," and then the agent calls you and said, "Are you willing to pay the commission?" You're paying at least a 3% commission if that's what the buyer's agent charges. So again, there may be a commission fee in there, and granted you might save a portion, but then who's representing you? Because the buyer's agent is going to be representing the buyer. So there you are with no representation. Now, if you're seasoned and you know all this stuff, or if you're an attorney, I get all that. But if you're a normal, regular person thinking of selling their home, it's not always that easy to navigate through those waters. Another thing that my team and I don't practice is dual agency, and I'm again just checking my notes because I want to stay on top and on topic. Dual agency is where the real estate agent represents the seller, and then they may have a buyer for that property, so they represent both parties. My team and I don't practice that. We feel that it's a tightrope that you walk, and we'd rather represent our client to 100%. So for example, if I have a listing and you're a buyer and you're driving by and you see it and you want more information on it, you call me up and you say, "Hi Claire, I see 123 Main Street's listed by you. Can you tell me anything about it?" Sure, I can tell you that it's got got 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. By the way, are you working with a real estate agent? Oh, no, I'm not. Well, thank you for calling me, Susie. I'm going to take your name and phone number, and just so that I don't complicate matters, I'm going to have one of my real estate members, one of my team members, give you a call. Is that okay with you? And usually they say sure. And that's when my teammate will step in and take that call and work with that client. So there's no crossing lines, there's no conflict of interest. And then last but not least, I want to talk about staging and marketing. Now, in this world today, as far as the seller goes, it's great to be able to put your house on the market. But if you have somebody that can help you stage your home so that when it goes on that market, it is ready and it looks pristine, that's a great opportunity. And then the other thing is we come back to the marketing. So maybe you're going to a discount brokerage, or you feel that that real estate commission is too high. There's a lot of expenses that we pay in the background for you to market your property. And okay, so your house sells in one day and you get multiple offers. Did the agent not do their job? No, I disagree. The agent did their job. They priced the home where it should have been priced because look, you got activity on it, right? Now, if you're sitting there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you might think, okay, what's my agent doing? Hopefully your agent's got the photos up, they're doing blasts on the social media, they've got open houses scheduled, they've done, even if it's an area where a broker's open, is a great opportunity. As long as there's traffic. Now, when traffic stops, that's a flag to us. It's either price, condition, or location. So those are the factors that we have to talk to you about. So when it comes to staging, one of the benefits with being on my team and working with my team is that I am a licensed stager. So I can actually go in, I can tell you if I think you need to paint walls, I can tell you, and hopefully we can keep the money in your pocket, but those are things we can tell you about. And then we use what furniture you have in the home to make it appealing to the buyer. We can do a soft stage if the house is vacant, which means towels and things in the bathroom and the kitchen, do a little staging there. But if your own furniture is able to be used, that's what we like to do because we want to keep the money in your pocket. There are some folks that will charge to have a stager come in, and then also they may charge for the rental of the staging furniture if that's what you desire. So there's a lot of options there that we can work with as a seller.